This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Thursday. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Ray Collins. August 24th. Well, Josh had called for it. He said rain yesterday, and it came on at 6 o'clock. It got dark out there.
Oh, I came on at 3:30 when I was out walking my dog. It just started out of nowhere. Heavy rain.
And I thought another eclipse came through.
Oh.
This time it got dark. Yeah. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning. You know what, actually, guys, I witnessed a water spout yesterday.
Really?
Oh, my goodness.
Or almost like a gust spout. It was the front. It was right at the front of this oncoming storm that came through here about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Really quick spin up. I pulled out my phone to take a picture, and by the time I got to it, it dissipated. But it was really neat to see. Anyway, we do have a couple of tropical things to talk about in the forecast. And one is a tropical storm. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But right now it's 76 degrees, fair skies outside. But that'll change. The radar is quiet at this moment, but this afternoon and early this evening we'll get more showers and storms in our forecast. How long will they last? We'll let you know in weather. Back to you.
First alert traffic now built up there on 301 southbound around 15th Street East. Also, an obstruction in the northbound lane as you go north on 75 at State Road 70. Be aware of that if you're heading north this morning along 75. Also, look at the Bayfront, quite congested now as you go from the sailor and nurse statue down toward the 301 Apex. There also Bee Ridge busy in the westbound lane around Tuttle. And South County, we see a couple issues here and there off 681, also 41 southbound just north of Business 41.
6:02 this morning, and topping our news, earlier this week, President Trump's ad-libbing at his rally in Phoenix caused some backlash.
So last night, the president stuck with the script in Reno. Omar Jimenez has the story.
President Trump taking a tone of unity, speaking to veterans in Reno, Nevada Wednesday.
We are here to hold you up as an example of strength, courage, and resolve.
The president largely sticking to the script, but a completely different tone from Tuesday night, where the commander-in-chief flexed his muscles as campaigner-in-chief.
Believe me, if we have to close down our government, we're building that wall.
A day later, that policy rhetoric is reverberating throughout Washington.
I don't think a government shutdown is necessary, and I don't think most people want to see a government shutdown, ourselves included.
Further complicating the president's legislative agenda, an increasing rift between Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Trump. Sources say they haven't spoken in 2 weeks. Now, the White House saying they're scheduled to meet in early September, and the two, quote, remain united on many shared priorities. But it's all part of the never-ending list of controversial issues surrounding this president, including trade.
I think we'll end up probably terminating NAFTA at some point.
This as negotiations with Mexico and Canada are just beginning.
We're going to stay focused on what we've always known, what we've always said, that the North American Free Trade Agreement has resulted in millions of good jobs on both sides of the Canada-U.S. border.
And while some speculate this might just be a negotiation tactic, what remains to be seen is how President Trump's words affect the fate of his policies moving forward. In Washington, I'm Omar Jimenez.
Developing overnight, the organizer of a violent Charlottesville rally has turned himself in. University of Virginia police had 4 warrants out for Chris Cantwell's arrest for his role in the white supremacist rally that happened 2 weeks ago. On August 11th, Cantwell and others gathered on the UVA campus to protest the removal of a Confederate statue, marching with torches and chanting, "White Lives Matter and Jews will not replace us." Cantwell, the group's leader, is accused of illegally using tear gas at that rally. He's since been charged for causing bodily injury with malicious intent.
New this morning, at least 48 people are dead after an airstrike blamed on a Saudi-led coalition on the outskirts of Yemen's capital. Security officials say most of the dead are merchants. According to the health ministry, this was just one of 24 strikes in the country yesterday, where at least 26 people were also reported injured. Civilians are currently caught in a fight between the Arab coalition and militants. A nearby farmer told CNN most of those killed at the hotel were buried under rubble and died while sleeping.
At least 12 people are dead this morning after Typhoon Hato made landfall in southern China overnight. Hato intensified just before making landfall, knocking out power and causing significant flooding and flight delays. A gambling hub near Hong Kong was hit the hardest, with more than 150 injuries reported and doors and windows smashing from high winds and rain. Thousands are still being evacuated right now. We will keep you updated on this story throughout the day right here on ABC 7. Meanwhile, people in Texas are preparing for Tropical Storm Harvey. Sandbags were distributed to residents in South Padre Island yesterday, and forecast models show Harvey could become a hurricane by the time it makes landfall in Texas later on tomorrow. The National Hurricane Center has issued a hurricane watch for the Texas coast, and more sandbags are scheduled to be given out today.
A Cape Cod politician is proposing a new strategy involving killing great white sharks for public safety. Barnstable County Commissioner Ron Beatty announced a plan for a targeted, localized shark hazard mitigation strategy. This comes after a sharp increase in shark-related incidents. The beach was closed after an incident earlier this week after a shark bit a paddleboard with a man on it in just 3 feet of water. The man fell in the water and hurt his leg. On Monday, several other Cape Cod beaches were closed after a shark attacked a seal near Nauset Beach.
New Jersey police are searching for a man who used Tinder to steal from a family, including their dog. An 18-year-old woman invited a man that she met on Tinder to a house where she was dog sitting. The woman says that after the man left, she noticed a laptop, an Amazon package, and the family's Maltese named Maggie, all missing. Officers hope this will remind people not to share personal information on social media and to always meet strangers in a public place.
In consumer news, Amazon has cleared a major hurdle in its bid to take over Whole Foods. The Federal Trade Commission says the U.S. government will not try to stop Amazon's nearly $14 billion merger with Whole Foods. The FTC says it looked into whether the merger would hurt competition and decided to drop the investigation. The plan to merge was originally announced in June, and Whole Foods shareholders voted yesterday to approve the takeover. Now, 2 other huge retail companies are joining forces to take on Amazon. Walmart and Google are teaming up to let shoppers order Walmart products through Google Assistant, which is in direct competition with Amazon's voice shopping with Alexa. Google Express will be able to voice purchase thousands of Walmart items by using Google Assistant. Now, this plan hinges on the idea that busy shoppers will let artificial intelligence organize their shopping carts for them.
For the first time in state history, Florida is set to execute a white man for killing a black person, and it plans to do so with the help of a drug that has never been used before in any execution across America. If his final appeals are denied, 53-year-old Mark Assay will die by lethal injection tonight. Assay was convicted by a jury of 2 racially motivated premeditated murders in Jacksonville, Florida in 1987. The execution will be Florida's first since the U.S. Supreme Court put a stop to the practice in the state more than 18 months ago. It is expected to be carried out using an anesthetic that has been approved by the Florida Supreme Court, along with 2 other drugs. Death penalty opponents are worried that an uneventful lethal injection could prompt Governor Scott to issue a flurry of new death warrants.
Having gone this long without executions reminds us that executions are not necessary to keep society safe, and it is unfortunate that they are resuming again.
Tonight's execution would make Assay the 24th death row prisoner put to death since Governor Scott took office, more than any other Florida governor since the death penalty was reinstated in 1976.
An update now after a standoff at a Florida airport last spring. The man who pointed a fake gun at Orlando police, urging them to kill him, has been sentenced to 10 months in jail. Michael Pettigrew was arrested in May after a 3-hour standoff ended peacefully with his arrest. Now, minutes before, Pettigrew had texted a friend saying that he wanted to be killed by police officers.
A Suncoast congressman is fighting to protect one of the most endangered mammals on Earth. Vern Buchanan wrote to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service asking to continue protecting our official state animal, the Florida panther. Endangered species are reviewed every 5 years, and the agency is considering whether or not to keep protecting the panther under the Federal Endangered Species Act. The agency will consider a study claiming the panther is similar to pumas or mountain lions in western states. With only an estimated 250 panthers alive today, Buchanan hopes his letter will prevent them from going extinct.
Well, this next story is out of this world. We're getting a glimpse now of a spacesuit that might be used by future SpaceX astronauts. Company CEO Elon Musk posted this picture on Instagram. He says this is a picture of an actual spacesuit, not a mock-up. He claims the suit has been tested for vacuum pressure. Of course, SpaceX is in a race against Boeing to become the first private company to launch humans into space. Both of their first manned missions are expected to come around the same time, possibly next year.
Well, it might just be me, but I think that those suits kind of look like aliens to me.
Look like somehow Star Wars for sure, don't
know,
they?
yeah.
Certainly changed.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So more rain today, huh?
Yes, and tomorrow and the next day.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
looks like
Jeez.
that's going to be the theme for this forecast. When are we going to dry out? I'll keep you hanging. I'll let you know in about 3 minutes from now.
That's the tease. Also still ahead, the latest first alert traffic, and there is a winner in the Lotto's second biggest jackpot in U.S. history.
We'll tell you how Powerball fever swept across the Suncoast and where that winning ticket was sold when we come back.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
one.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
All right, good to see you, my friend. Rise and shine. Get out of bed. It is Thursday morning. We have one more day until we get to Friday, and then we can all celebrate. But let's celebrate right now because, well, it's just going to be I don't even know where I'm going with this. But anyway, let's check out what's happening in the tropics. I'm celebrating because I've got things to talk about, but may not be so good for some people here because we do have some heavy rain in the forecast for us, but heavier rain in the forecast for people up here in Texas because of Tropical Storm Harvey, and this just developed overnight. it was a tropical storm last week, then it weakened, then yesterday became a disturbance, and now it is reformed into a tropical storm, expected to become a hurricane later today or early tomorrow morning and track towards Texas while we're dealing with a disturbance for us. I'll break this down for you in just a second. Let's talk about our current temperatures. Right now, 76 in Sarasota, 77 for you in Northport and Punta Gorda, 78 in Inglewood, upper 70s right now. Fair skies for the most part, but the clouds will start to infiltrate the area as we go through the day. So expect mostly cloudy skies through this Thursday, and then the rain will come in. Now, it's quiet now, but by this afternoon, another round of heavier showers and spots will take place into the early evening hours. We had a little bit of break for the overnight, and then more rain comes into Florida. And by the time this is done, and this is going to take a few days for this system to get out of here because we have a cold front to the north that's kind of sandwiching all this moisture on top of us, and it's just not moving very fast. Anywhere from maybe 2 inches around the Sarasota area to potentially 4 to 6 inches in the surrounding areas around our demographic here. So that means that we're going to pick up some much needed rain in some locations, but also just heavier rain that could cause some issues on the roadways and some other areas with maybe minor flooding. So we'll just have to keep our eye on that, but that's what we're dealing with here. The folks here in Texas are now watching what is happening in the western Gulf of Mexico with this tropical storm. This is Harvey, and it really is looking very healthy at this time. Look, there's no upper level wind shear. This is allowing the storm to blossom. It's really looking very healthy. The hurricane hunters are in here right now. And what we have here is winds 45 miles per hour. The movement is to the north at 10 miles per hour. The pressure has fallen from overnight, actually. It was over 1,000 millibars. Now it's at 995, expected to lower as this eventually could become a hurricane right before landfall in the southeast Texas by maybe later tonight or tomorrow morning. Problem, though, with this storm is it's not going to move very much. And when you're talking about a tropical storm or maybe a minimal hurricane just sitting over the same area and churning around, this is going to maybe not be the biggest wind maker, maybe not be the biggest storm surge maker, but it's going to be a huge rain producer. And just back in 2001, we had a storm, it's tropical storm Allison, that produced 40 inches of rain in southeast Texas and caused $9 billion of damage. This could rival that storm. So that's going to be a big problem for our friends over in Texas. All right, the beach goers, not the best beach day, not the best boating day, but if you want to go out in the Gulf, here's your forecast for at least this morning. Southeasterly winds at 10 knots. Sea is 1 to 2 feet with light chop in the bays. Our high today would top out around 90 degrees, but showers and storms, again, will be in our forecast not only today, but tomorrow, lingering into Saturday, maybe tapering off Sunday. Another round comes our way Monday. By early next week, though, Tuesday and Wednesday, things start to quiet down and dry out. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Josh. Taking a look at your first alert traffic this morning, looks like those accidents in Manatee County have since cleared up. State Road 70 heading westbound, seeing some more cars on the roadway, as well as 41 heading towards Cortez Road. And in Sarasota County, that congestion towards the Bayfront has since cleared up, but Bee Ridge Road is seeing some congestion in both directions, and South County seeing some slowdowns on Business 41 heading throughout Venice. But luckily no accidents anymore at 6:19 on your Thursday morning. Well, you saw the winning Powerball numbers right here on ABC7 last night, and unfortunately no winners here on the Suncoast, but we are hearing there is already a winning ticket confirmed in Massachusetts.
I do have a sister there.
Oh.
The jackpot grew to over $700 million, the second most in Powerball history. Rick Adams shows us how this impacted the Suncoast.
$2 and a dream. People here on the Suncoast are fantasizing about hitting Wednesday's big $700 million Powerball jackpot, which is the second largest in history. The largest was $1.6 billion back in January of 2016.
Man, I can do a lot of things with that. I can retire and leave town.
For Carolyn Roberts, she wanted to improve her chances by a little bit. She ended up buying a bunch of tickets.
I got $24 worth.
You're feeling lucky tonight?
Lucky? Hopefully, yeah.
Stores selling Powerball tickets have had a steady stream of customers since the jackpot skyrocketed, like the Citgo on US 301 in Sarasota.
It's exciting. It brings in a lot more customers and a lot more business, and it brings in a lot more traffic, so that's awesome.
It's been very busy as well for Daniel Borelli's Shell convenience store at Fruitville in 301 in Sarasota. Even though he's running a business, he too has dreams of hitting the big one.
If I had all that money, I would probably start an entire chain of my own brand gas stations, to be honest with you. I'm a business person at heart, and I'd love to be in business and grow.
The odds of winning the Powerball are 1 in 292 million, but that hasn't stopped folks from playing and dreaming.
I would definitely have my mother's business increase. She owns a food truck, so I would buy her own location in Sarasota and have a little restaurant for her.
I would just buy a house, buy a car, put the money away, and sit on it.
In Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
So an overnight winning ticket was sold to a lucky player in Massachusetts, though no one has come forward to claim their winnings quite yet. They're consulting with their doctors, their lawyers, their family tree before they come forward with that winning ticket. That's fun to dream. What would you do if you won?
Oh, I don't even know.
Yeah?
So many things, probably.
6:21 right now. Still had Good Morning Suncoast. One father is warning parents about the dangers of a popular music app.
We'll tell you how a new alert over in-app messaging settings could expose kids to strangers after this.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Attention Sarasota and surrounding cities. After 25 years in Sarasota, Bacon's Furniture and Design will be moving to create Southwest Florida's largest and most dynamic furniture store. We must liquidate everything in the store at huge savings as fast as possible. Do not miss this opportunity to purchase quality sofas, bedrooms, dining rooms, patio furniture, mattresses, and more. All at the absolute lowest prices possible. The Bacon's Furniture and Design relocation sell-off. Nobody beats Bacon's.
Join the fun at the Weddings of Sarasota 17th Annual Wedding Show at the iconic Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on US 41. Sunday, August 27th from noon to 4. Enjoy food, fun, and entertainment with a runway show on stage at 3 p.m. $2,000 in Weddings of Sarasota dollars given out after the runway show. You must be present to win. Pre-register at weddingsofsarasota.com. Brides and grooms are free if registered by midnight on August 25th. Weddings of Sarasota. Register today.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. The all-new Chrysler Pacifica is the KBB 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner and was recently named Consumer Digest Best Buy Minivan for 2017. Get yours today for just $24,999 or get America's Best Value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251, 800-628-1251.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
It's dry out there right now on the Ringling Causeway, but boy, it rained yesterday and more rain expected today.
Oh yeah, it was all on my windshield when I headed out the door this morning.
Couldn't believe that. 6 o'clock last night, it was as dark as if it was midnight almost. 6:25 now on your Thursday morning.
Well, the father of a 7-year-old girl has a warning for other parents this morning.
This after he says his daughter was targeted on a popular music app. ABC's Candace Gibson has details.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a new parenting alert about an app popular with many children. Brad Frakes says his 7-year-old daughter, Madison, was using the app Musically on his phone.
Someone asking her to remove clothing for pictures, and she knew it wasn't right.
Without his knowledge, someone allegedly posing as a child began contacting her through the messaging function of the app, asking Madison to send photos of herself without a t-shirt on, calling it a secret between us only. Frakes filed a complaint with the local police department.
My message to parents would be to pay attention.
Musically outlines their security measures on their website, advising parents to use the private account setting and enable the Only Friends option for direct contacts. And coming up at 7 a.m., we will have more tips on how to keep your kids safe online. With your GMA First Look, I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
The first survivor of Alzheimer's disease is out there, and the Alzheimer's Association is going to make it happen. But we won't get there without you. Visit alz.org to join the fight.
Introducing Listerine Zero Alcohol. It delivers a whole mouth clean with a less intense taste. So it has the bad breath germ-killing power of this, with the lighter feel of this. Try Listerine Zero Alcohol.
Right now at Kohl's, take 25% off Nike. Get the gear, win the school year. Right now, get 25% off select Nike shoes, apparel, and accessories for the whole family. And everyone gets Kohl's Cash. Earn it on everything, spend it on anything. Game on. Kohl's.
I try hard to get a great shape. This I can do easily. Benefiber Healthy Shape is a clear, taste-free, 100% natural daily fiber that's clinically proven to help me feel fuller, longer. Benefiber Healthy Shape. This I can do.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabein.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
The ABC7 First Alert Hurricane Guide. Download yours today.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com. AND services.com.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, 2 development projects at the center of a heated debate go to a vote. What the future holds for a recycling facility at the celery fields and Manatee County's Aqua by the Bay.
Plus, expect changes and then more changes to a major intersection on Sarasota's Bayfront. We'll have local reaction that's pretty one-sided.
And we'll tell you how you can get answers to local education concerns from the comfort of your own home. Those stories and more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Pretty shot of the sunrise.
Wow, beautiful.
Early stages there. Very nice. Orangey.
Much different sky than it was just a few hours ago when it was raining last night.
Yeah, rain last night, heavy, and then more rain today. And tomorrow, Josh says there's a system going on right now. Let's get details of that. Why should we gum it up?
Say
Right.
rain, rain, go away, come back another day.
There you go.
And it will come back another day. For a couple of days, actually. Yeah, tropical moisture coming in here. We forecasted for this, and looks like everything is played out. It's quiet now, but another round will be coming our way this afternoon. Let's show you what's happening. This is a disturbance, tropical low, wave coming our way to bring us more moisture. But the other big story is what happened in the overnight hours of this last night. And we now have a new tropical storm in the western Gulf of Mexico. That's Harvey. That's not going to come in our direction, but it is going to head towards Texas and cause a whole lot of problems for those folks there in southeast Texas. 76 degrees is our current temperature now. Radar quiet, but this afternoon our radar becomes active with more showers and storms. We'll let you know how much rain to expect over the next few days when I return in weather. Back to you.
Thank you, Josh. Checking First Alert traffic right now. Pretty smooth in Manatee County. No major issues to report. Sarasota County, one little tiny blip. If you look closely, do you see it? It's at the 41301 apex there.
Just barely.
Two or three traffic cones right there. And then farther south, more issues there. 41 north and southbound around the Nokomis to the Business 41 area.
Topping our news this half hour, new details this morning on 2 major development proposals right here on the Suncoast.
Sarasota County commissioners spent the day listening to the pros and cons of a recycling facility near the celery fields. Meantime, Manatee County commissioners spent their day hearing both sides of a major housing development on Sarasota Bay called Aqua by the Bay. Okay, so first off, in a 3-2 vote for the recycling center, commissioners were talking about the one at Palmer Boulevard and Apex Road. It was denied. Again, by a 3-2 vote, the project was denied. Some of the concerns included pollution, health risks, increased traffic, noise, and damage to the wildlife.
At 73 years of age, I would like to know that the air I continue to breathe is not going to be the air that's going to shorten my life.
The noise is a non-issue. It didn't even bother a sleeping infant on site with heightened senses. As to the traffic, the people driving these roads are our brothers and sisters, and they don't want to see or be involved in accidents any more than you or I.
Some 80 people spoke before yesterday's vote.
Meanwhile, a decision on a controversial housing project in Manatee County has been postponed yet again. Commissioners spent another day of listening to testimony about Aqua by the Bay and decided instead to work with developers on several issues, putting off a vote until next month. The county has spent several years on this proposed project on half a mile of empty land on El Conquistador Parkway. Supporters say that area needs some tax revenue, while opponents are concerned about the mangroves in the adjacent Sarasota Bay.
There is no plan that I can see as a citizen that says there's a building here, there's a building there, there's a building someplace else. It is please give us an open book that we can do whatever we want to do.
Because this project represents $1.5 billion in economic value for the community. It generates 26 million new tax dollars per year for things like hiring teachers and building roads, and it will create at least 8,600 new jobs.
In response to the county's decision, developer Carlos Baruf said Aqua by the Bay is committed to doing this right every step of the way. And in the end, we look forward to being able to demonstrate the neighborhood's real positive impacts. A possible vote is set for September 29th.
Other news now, a 6-month drug investigation in Sarasota ends with the arrest of 2 men. Undercover detectives charged these two, Lee Clarity and Tyrone Davis, with cocaine trafficking and possession of cocaine and marijuana. Police began the investigation in February after they received tips from the Crime Stoppers line about illegal activity at a house on Palmadelia Avenue. They conducted several undercover purchases from the home before obtaining a search warrant, and that's when they found this illegal drug stash.
Meanwhile, Bradenton police are releasing surveillance photos of a man they say stole alcohol from a restaurant. Police say he broke into Madison's Grill on Riverfront Drive in the early morning hours of July 25th by cutting through a screen enclosure. Once inside, he stole several bottles of alcohol. He left and then returned later to come back with a backpack to take more booze. Call Bradenton Police or Crime Stoppers if you recognize the man in these photos.
Well, a piece of circus history rolled away from the Suncoast yesterday. A Ringling Brothers train was moved from Palmetto to the Show People's winter quarters in Seffner, which is in Hillsborough County. It's a retirement community for those who worked in the circus and the show business industry. This train car was built back in 1953, first off as a passenger car. Then in 1972, Feld bought it, and it stayed in operation until the circus had its final show earlier this year in Rhode Island. And now the train car will serve a completely different purpose.
They're going to use it as a recreation center, so it's going to be put to good use. You know, no one's going to live in the car ever again, but it will be a social point for having meetings or maybe have a card game. You know, some social activities.
So the train car will undergo some renovations before it becomes a community center.
Well, you may see some extra delays in the near future on US 41 at the intersection of Gulfstream due to some construction. The plan is to add a third turning lane that will begin at Gulfstream and go toward Fruitville Road on Tamiami Trail. A signaled crosswalk will also be added, but those improvements are only temporary to buy officials time to finalize designs for a roundabout.
A roundabout here, I think, might cause more problems because a lot of people don't really know how to drive through them.
I don't like it. I mean, it'll be just too congested, too much. Really, too much.
Construction on the Gulfstream roundabout is expected to begin sometime in 2019. And happening today, a busy road on Siesta Key is set to close for several weeks. Shadow Lawn Way at Midnight Pass Road will experience partial closures and detours starting today through September 15th. It's all part of the ongoing Master Lift Station project as crews work to install a new pipeline.
Well, they're trying something new in the Sarasota County School District, an online town hall meeting. You can watch a live broadcast of school officials answering submitted questions on the local education channel, as well as the district's website and its Facebook page. It'll be live September 6th from 7 to 8 p.m. For more details and submitting questions, go to our website, mysuncoast.com, and click on links we mentioned.
Well, it is official. We are now less than a month away from welcoming the World Rowing Championship to the Suncoast. The championship is returning to the United States for the second time in history. Nathan Benderson Park in Sarasota County is the site of this year's event, of course, and rowers from 71 countries will be participating. Over the next couple of weeks, rowing shells and sculls will be arriving at the park from overseas in large shipping containers. Tents and a 2,000-seat grandstand will also be going up. The championships will kick off with a dazzling opening ceremony on Saturday, September 23rd at 7 p.m. Lots of people looking forward to that.
Yeah, that opening party, no tickets, just show up. So
oh,
could
really?
be big, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Definitely have to go.
Closing night, I'm having a chance to host the concert.
Oh,
So come on out and throw tomatoes.
Yeah. Oh, gladly.
Hey.
Corpse tomatoes?
Oh, no, not those, please. So rain today again, huh?
Yeah, more rain coming in from this tropical moisture. And not only today, but for a few days. Question is, when is it going to dry out?
Yes.
Of course, we'll have that answer for you, but there's also a new tropical storm out there, too.
Interesting. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. The latest in your first alert traffic and health insurance prices are getting ready to experience a major increase.
We'll tell you why this hike is affecting retired couples after Josh's forecast.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Okay, good to see you on this Thursday morning. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi. He'll be back on Monday. But let's talk about the current temperatures right now. 76 here in Sarasota, 77 in Venice, 78 in Inglewood, so mid to upper 70s at this time. How about what's going on the radar? Well, we don't have much activity happening now for the Suncoast, but that changes later on today. Remember what happened yesterday? We had the clouds that were on the increase, and then the showers and storms came with authority here along the Suncoast with heavy rain at times, lightning strikes, some gusty winds. In fact, I even spotted a water spout briefly here in the Gulf of Mexico. But looks like we'll get another round of the showers taking place this afternoon. Like I said, right now the radar remains quiet other than some showers off the coast here, the west coast of Florida, say off Manasota Key, Casey Key. But these are moving out to the north and west and away from the peninsula. Now, as far as the rest of the lower 48, everything looks pretty quiet. Some showers up here in Wisconsin, maybe out here in eastern New Mexico. But if you're flying out of SRQ today, at least for right now, in the next several hours, no issues going to Atlanta, LaGuardia, Chicago, or Charlotte. Later on this afternoon, when our Futurecast shows a little more activity with some of these heavier showers and storms coming in, there could be maybe some delays flying out of Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. But you can see the futurecast later on this afternoon lights up with heavier showers. Then we go through a break in the overnight hours, and then another round of shower activity comes into the peninsula later on, well, tomorrow, talking about tomorrow, mid to later afternoon hours, and then into the early evening hours of our Friday. So we'll just have to watch this closely, but this is a very slow-moving system. It's not organized. It's not expected to really strengthen much. It's a tropical low, tropical wave just kind of churning around and continues to bring moisture into the state of Florida. How much? Maybe around Sarasota by the time this wraps up in a few days, about 2 inches or so, maybe 3, but other areas around the viewing area, maybe up to 4 to 6 inches of rainfall. Now, we can use the rain, definitely embrace that. However, a lot of rain in a short amount of time is not a good thing because we could deal with issues of flooding. Now, the other story is what's happening here in the western Gulf of Mexico. This is not going to be coming in our direction, and thank goodness. This is what is known as now Tropical Storm Harvey. Yesterday it was a tropical disturbance. Now it has developed into a tropical storm. It is expected to become a hurricane later today or by early tomorrow morning. The thing about this is we haven't had a hurricane yet all year. So this could be our first hurricane in the Atlantic Basin, Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean here. And this thing looks to track right into southeast Texas. And it's not going to be a fast mover, do its job, and then boom, it's gone. It is going to hang around for a while, for maybe 3 or 4 days. You're talking about a hurricane just sitting in the same spot for a few days. It's going to drop a lot of rain, maybe up to 30 to 40 inches of rainfall. So this is going to cause a lot of problems here for the folks here in southeast Texas. Also out of interest, something happened 25 years ago, and that happened to be the first hurricane of the year. And that was Hurricane Andrew, hit on August 24th of 1992. And we all know what happened with that one. All right, not the best boating forecast today, but if you're taking your boat out, do it this morning. Southeasterly winds at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet, and light conditions in the bays and inland waterways. Scattered showers and storms in our forecast for this afternoon, mostly cloudy skies. And a few days of this on and off shower activity, and sometimes the showers will be heavy, and then we start to dry out as we get into early to mid next week. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Josh. Let's take a look at your first alert traffic this morning. 301 heading north and southbound, seeing lots of cars on the roadway. Downtown Bradenton looking pretty clear. State Road 70 looking good as well. In Sarasota County, some slowdowns on 301 as you're heading into 41 southbound. Bee Ridge and Clark Road seeing some more cars on the roadway. And as we head into South County, pretty quiet throughout that area at 647 on your Thursday morning. And this hour's Health Smart, health insurance prices are set to make a huge hike affecting new retirees. Couples retiring this year will need roughly $275,000 saved up to cover their health care costs during retirement. That's up 6% from last year, and those costs are expected to keep climbing. Experts at financial services company Fidelity say each situation is unique, and a couple's life expectancy and retirement age could change those projected expenses. And if your parents or relatives had Alzheimer's, does that mean you'll have it as well? Well, there are many contributing factors, including lifestyle and environment, but genetics do play a role as well. However, it accounts for less than 5% of diagnosed cases. You're at a higher risk if you have a first-degree relative with the disease, such as a parent or a sibling, but most of these connections are still unknown. There's also a blood test to identify a gene associated with Alzheimer's, but the results can't predict whether you'll actually develop that disease.
On to entertainment news now. After days of mysterious teases on social media, Taylor Swift has revealed plans for a new album. Her 6th studio album, Reputation, due out in November, and she'll drop the first single tonight. Swift's last album, called 1989, came out 3 years ago and sold 1 million copies in its very first week. Will Ferrell is aging fast, for a film that is. The funny man is set to star and produce The 100-Year-Old Man. It's a comedy based on a best-selling novel about a man who escapes from a nursing home on his 100th birthday. Actress Shailene Woodley says she might run for Congress. She's best known for the Divergent movie franchise. She got the idea while volunteering for the Senator Bernie Sanders campaign last year. She has been an active activist, that is. She was arrested protesting the Dakota Access Pipeline last year. Other celebrities also considering runs for office include Kid Rock and Dwayne Johnson. Wouldn't be the first actor to run for president.
Very true. I am just absolutely ecstatic about Taylor Swift dropping her new song today.
You like that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna probably be singing it all day tomorrow, so be prepared.
Would you be shocked if I told you I love the song Blank Space?
I know you do. I know. You always love that song.
Out of character?
I know.
Yeah?
Very surprising.
I know you like that.
You're going to like her song too, I'm assuming.
10 to 7, still ahead, we'll update your day's top news headlines, and it's the Great Pumpkin Jacqueline Matter.
What? We'll tell you how one teen has been growing this massive pumpkin all summer long.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
Discover all the reasons the experts love Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Nobody beats Subaru in service quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Right now, lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month, or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Attention blood thinner users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m. on ABC 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Attention! Royal Seas Cruises has just announced their deal of the day, a $99 Caribbean cruise for 2 people. This amazing cruise deal to the Bahamas is only available to the first 500 callers who register in your area today. So get ready to write down this number and act fast. We know that the best type of traveler is a repeat guest, so we're offering this $99 Caribbean cruise to prove it. That's $99 per couple, including your stateroom, all your delicious meals, full spa, live entertainment, 3 kids clubs, and more. Come see why we were voted one of the top 10 best overall cruises by Cruise Critic. We're so sure you'll enjoy yourself and become a repeat customer that you're getting this deal of the day for the unbelievable low price of just $99 per couple. But you've got to act fast. Pick up the phone and be one of the first 500 callers to take the Caribbean cruise of a lifetime for just $99 per couple. Call right now or log on to royalcruisenow.com.
Call 800-906-0489.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Welcome back. 6:53 this morning, and that is a shot of the Ringling Causeway. Beautiful shot this morning. Looks like a cotton candy sky.
Pretty shot. Little blue and pastel in the sky. That's going to change later on, though. Josh says more rain like yesterday in the forecast, so enjoy this one while you can. 6:54 on your Thursday morning.
Let's take a look at some of the top stories on the Suncoast today.
Manatee County once again put off a vote on the massive Aqua by the Bay project. Staff will work with developers, before a possible vote on September 29th.
Plus, in a 3-2 vote, Sarasota County Commissioners deny the request for a recycling center near the celery fields following months of tensions and protests.
And someone did buy a winning Powerball ticket in Massachusetts. The jackpot is the second highest ever, over $700 million.
Taking a look at first alert traffic this morning, 301 north and southbound seeing some congestion. Also, as you're heading into downtown Bradenton, I-75 looking clear though as we head into Sarasota County. Looks like there are some slowdowns on 41 and 301 where that split is over towards Fruitville Road. And as we head into South County, pretty quiet throughout that area. Josh?
All right, buckle your seatbelt for this forecast because we're going to have a few days of rainfall, and at times it could be heavy with this tropical moisture coming in here. By the time it's all done, maybe 2 to 4, in some areas 6 inches of rainfall. So that's what's going to be in our forecast for the next few days, and then it does look like we're going to dry out by the middle of next week.
All right, thank you, Josh. Finally now, a Massachusetts teenager getting lots of attention for what he did over the summer. Henry Swenson spent his summer growing a big pumpkin. 1,000 pounds, 144 inches. Swenson owes his success to a neighbor who's a former pumpkin champion and mentor who taught him, helped him maintain the giant gourd. Neighbor's got a green thumb, and now Henry's got a little project there of his own.
That is going to be one heck of a jack-o'-lantern come October, if it's still around.
I wonder what the record would be. Wow.
That's huge.
Yeah, look at that. A lot of kids have different hobbies, and there's his.
Yeah, awesome. Good
Stays
for
out
him.
of trouble.
Yeah.
Outstanding in his field. Thank you very much. So when the rain arrives in the PM, not the AM, right?
Yes, exactly, in the afternoon hours. So it's going to be spotty at times, but where it takes place, I think some of it's going to be rather heavy.
All right, thanks for the lead.
Yep.
Another beautiful shot there of the sunrise on the Suncoast.
Stick around. Good Morning America's coming up next.